Leveling a serious allegation against the government weeks before the Lok Sabha election, former Congress President Sonia Gandhi addressed a rare press conference where she said the Prime Minister has made a systematic effort to cripple the party financially. The same charge was made by senior leader Rahul Gandhi as well. Addressing the press conference a short while ago, Mrs. Gandhi said this issue affects not just the Indian National Congress, but our democracy itself most fundamentally. A systematic effort is underway by the Prime Minister to cripple the Congress financially. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge also said that if democracy has to be saved, there has to be a level playing field.
Systematic effort is underway by the Prime Minister to cripple the Indian National Congress financially. Funds collected from the public are being frozen and money from our accounts is being taken away forcibly. However, even under these most challenging circumstances, we are doing our very best to maintain the effectiveness of our election campaign.
साजिशन मुख्य विपक्षी दल का बैंक अकाउंट फ्रीज कर दिया गया है ताकि हम पैसों के अभाव में बराबरी से चुनाव ना लड़े और ना लड़ पाए। ये सत्ताधारी दल द्वारा एक खतरनाक खेल है। इसके दूरगामी प्रभाव होंगे क्योंकि अगर डेमोक्रेसी को इस देश में बचाना है तो लेवल प्लेइंग ग्राउंड होना चाहिए।
Well, to talk more about this, we're now joined by Vineet Goenka, political analyst who supports the BJP, and Mahima Singh, spokesperson of the Congress. Vineet Goenka, your comments on what the Congress has said today. Sonia Gandhi addressing that press conference, hitting out very strongly and talking about these efforts being made systematically to cripple the Congress financially, the largest opposition party.
Mahima, Ram Ram to you. Gargi, Ram Ram to you, and Ram Ram to my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Now, this is a classical case in Hindi where they say seen chori or sina chori. They don't file income tax. They think this country and the system of this country and the rules of this country can be easily overlooked. Then when they get notices, they don't pay heed to the notices. They don't do that. When their accounts are fridged, they don't react that time. Then they don't pay the taxes. And now they try to blame the system and the democratic process of this country. When did they first get the notice? They have to answer this. Did they really file the income tax? Why didn't they file the income tax in time? What was the reason they were hiding this data? Lastly, when Sonia ji said that the money has been taken away, it's a complete and blatant lie. Freezing of accounts does not mean their money has been siphoned off or it has been taken away. They should file the returns, they should file the tax, they should make an appeal. I'm sure the tribunal will hear to them if they are right.
All right, Mahima Singh, your response to that?
Jai Hind. I'm reminded of Martin Niemöller's very famous poem where they say, first they came for socialists, but I was not a socialist, so I did not speak. Then they came for Jews, and I was not a Jew, so I did not speak. And then they came for me, and there was nobody to speak. So that is what is happening in the country today. I think this is broad daylight murder of democracy. When the BJP spokesperson was speaking, I was appalled. And I'm prompted to ask, is he not aware that all the political parties are exempted from the income tax? They don't have to pay the income tax. Is he not aware that the maximum penalty made available under the law is 10,000 for any violation? You see, that is the law. How and on what grounds can the Congress party be penalized with a penalty of 200 crores for a violation of few lakhs? These are the very relevant questions that were raised by our leaders during the press conference today, and the BJP would not have any answer to that. These are old cases, 7-year-old case, or a case from 1994, and the BJP is digging out and surfacing these cases at this point in time, right before the elections. On one end, we see the unconstitutional electoral bonds scam that the country has been subjected to by the BJP. On the other end, they freeze the accounts of the most prominent opposition party in the country because they want to turn this country, which is already being known across the world as an electoral autocracy and not a democracy, but they want to completely turn it into an autocracy, a tyranny, because we're being ruled by a tyrant who does not pay heed to the fundamental basis of democracy, which is free and fair elections. This is sabotage of free and fair elections by the ruling party in the country today.
All right, Vineet Goenka, your response to that. And yes, one of the notices pertains to 94, 95. So 30 years later, just before the Lok Sabha elections, a notice is issued. So the timing is what is being questioned by the Congress party as well.
So I repeat what I said earlier, Chori or Sina Jori. If they had received a notice in 1994 or 7 years back, was it not their duty to answer that notice? Why were they sleeping all these days? Where was Rahul Gandhi? Where was Sonia Gandhi all these 7 years? Why have they not filed this? Two, the argument that we should be only fined 10,000 rupees as penalty, and so even if even if we have done some chori, you can only fine us 10,000 rupees. I think does not hold ground. Three, who has given the notice? It has been given by department. Who has rejected their plea? One of the departments, right? They can go to the court. Now, if they want to say that even the courts work under Bharatiya Janata Party, then I'm helpless. So the grand old party, the dynasty party, decides not to abide by the rule of the country, decides not to pay the income tax, decides not to answer the notices, and then they cry foul. And madam, those people who have ruled this country by the law called as emergency between 75 to 78,
Right.
I think they have no right to say that.
Allow me to respond, please.
Yes,
this
of
is
course.
an elected. You will always you will always speak in
there
madam. Don't interject. Please don't interject.
Oh, let him
Please don't
finish, then
interject.
I'll let you respond, Mahima Singh.
Yeah. So they just think that it is an entitlement to be a dynasty and rule this country without giving accounts to the department. They have to tell us what happened behind the accounts. Number two, those people are tented in the National Herald or Augusta Westland, or those people who have been known to be criminals. They cannot be spared by the departments. If they have any doubt in this, they can always approach court. Now, they can't blame that departments are against them, courts are against them, newspapers are against them, media is against them. If everybody is against them, then they have to introspect what is wrong with them. So, ma'am, you'll have to tell us why for last 7 years you have not filed the return or the income tax. Please explain that to us. Number two, when Sonia Gandhi said the money was taken away, what does she mean by that? Has the money been taken away or it has been fridged? So you cannot create fake narratives in this country. At least in this era of social media, whatever friends you have in the media, you cannot create fake news. Has a single rupee been taken away from you? It is fridged. You prove that it is your money, you pay the taxes, and you have a right over that money. Now, you can't say that just because you are grandson of Indira Gandhi, your great-grandson
All right, but let me, you said many things, Vineet Goenka. Let's get Mahima Singh to respond to these various charges that he's making. He's saying this has been issued by the tax department. You can appeal in the courts.
Brazen charges, and I mean the BJP's audacity. It's actually quite shocking how they can go on speaking lies and can totally evade the relevant questions. I raised three relevant questions, Gargi. See, he doesn't want to be interjected, but he wants to interject. This is the BJP.
Vineet Goenka, I'll give you a chance to respond. Let us speak right now.
See, this is the desperation. They're totally desperate, fearful right now, so much so that they will not allow us a fair chance on the debate also. Will you allow me a fair chance, Gargi?
Yeah, let her, Vineet Goenka, just a minute. Let Mahima Singh respond, please.
This is the level playing, this is the distortion of level playing field at the behest of the BJP.
Yes, you have said all those points earlier, Vineet Goenka. She's reacting to it. Please let her speak.
He won't let me speak because
Yes,
then
go
the truth will be
ahead. Go
revealed.
ahead. Please respond.
Tell you. The two characteristics of the BJP, please, can you keep shut?
Go ahead,
the
go
BJP
ahead,
spokesperson,
yes.
you expect discipline out of others. And what about your own observance of the same discipline that you expect of the others? Two characteristic traits of the BJP and two characteristics state of mind. Please ask him to keep quiet, Gargi, please. Ask him to keep quiet, Gargi.
Vineet Goenka, you have made your point. Vineet Goenka, please let us speak. You've made your point. You've asked why not paying taxes, why do you think you're above the law, etc., etc. You said all of that. Let her respond to it. Yes, go ahead.
Evasion from questions, not letting speak. Now, two traits, Gargi, that are at display here. Inefficiency And I'll tell you why. Inefficiency and insecurity. The BJP's inefficiency is that, categorical display here. 7 years ago, who was ruling the country? The BJP was ruling the country. Was the income tax department, sleeping? Is there no check on how the income tax department, how it is functioning in the country? They waited for 7 years for the moment of their insecurity. Now I come to insecurity. Today the BJP is so insecure because every effort of horse trading, of fixing the elections everywhere is failing. So they have come to this, to distort the level playing field to such an extent that, the people of this country will not have a fair chance of electing the representatives that they wish to elect. So that is what the BJP is doing to the democracy in our country. And we cannot be, any of you, the media, the judiciary, cannot be just silent spectators. This is the time when the ruling BJP and its tyrannical ways are questioned, and questioned strongly, so that people's rights, we earn 20% votes in this country. How, is this not injustice to those voters?
All right,
That is the question that needs to be asked today.
All right, valid points there. Vineet Goenka, a final word, a quick comment from you.
A thief would yell on the top of the tongue, saying that so what if I've stolen things? I have not filed the papers for 7 years. What was the department sleeping? The department was so considerate that it gave you 7 years. You admitted that. Even now you can file the papers. Tell us where the money has come from. Why have you not paid the taxes? You cannot steal the money of the country. You cannot steal the taxes of the country.
7 years
and
ago?
then say, so what you have done it? Where were you sleeping for 7 years?
Why did they not act?
All right, I think we'll leave it now. You both made the points on this issue. But Sonia Gandhi today, thank you both for joining us on the program.